this is Susan Phelan, and I have two cool people with me here today, Hraefn Wulfson and Jennifer McGrew, and they're both with McGrew Studios. And now mostly I have writers, I have publishers, I've had a few, different things, editors, but I now have people who have produced a movie. And the reason I thought you guys would be really cool to have on is because the movie that you have produced is a fan film based on a very popular book series called The Wheel of Time. If any of you happen to have heard of that, The Wheel of Time, which was written by Robert Jordan and then has been taken up since his death by Brandon Sanderson. So, okay, my first question for you guys is, what in the world were you thinking?
I'll let him answer that one.
Yeah. Really, what got it started, what moved us compelled us, I should say, to take this on, was that we wanted to pull together Utah talent in a variety of ways. And we were looking for some kind of project to do. And the reason we took this one on is that, first of all, it's fantasy. Mm-hmm. The two most ambitious kinds of filmmaking are science fiction and fantasy. Because you have to build worlds. It's a departure from our normal realm. So we took this on. Also, fantasy allowed us to immediately activate or put into use a whole realm of people with the kinds of skills that are very prevalent here. So people, leather workers, designers of other kinds, tinkers, people who could do things that would work well in a fantasy context. It was also a way to start bringing people together, to start building a good team that could go forward and do other things besides this. Of course, in retrospect, after a year and a half of working on it, we're mad. We're absolutely insane. But and the other reason we took on fantasy is that fantasy is something that's relevant right now. Like, people are paying attention to fantasy, and it's new. It's something that's not new, but it is new. Peter Jackson sort of brought the fantasy genre in film back to life. Okay. And the reason we specifically took on Wheel of Time is that, in terms of visual motion media, with the exception of, I think, some animated pieces, it hasn't been touched. And this gave us kind of free license to design from our own,
from your own imagination.
Our own imaginations, our own ideas. And it really also raised the bar because we had to be as non-derivative as possible of Peter Jackson or other elements. So we were working very hard the entire time to create our own vision of a fantasy world and stay inside that vision. And I will be the first to admit it was a challenge.
I can imagine it was. Now, Jennifer, McGrew Studios. Mm-hmm. This actually fit what you do at McGrew because you are
right.
Clothing, fashion.
We are a custom production design studio. We specialize in custom costumes and wardrobe, sets, props, miniatures, and special effects. So we do work for a wide variety of clients, including personal reenactors, temple weddings, mascots, convention goers, genealogical celebrators, things from television, commercial, film, to projects that kind of defy categories, where they're kind of multimedia events or performances of magnitude. And so on any given schedule, our projects vary quite a bit. We never really know what's coming in the door. If you're interested in this project in particular, we built Flight from Shadow over a series of about 9 months, in and around a lot of other client projects and other times, demands on our time, a lot of other things that we had in the air. And it's one of among many projects, but we're very excited about this one because now we get to show it to the public tomorrow in a first cut that's going to go in front of a broad audience that has not seen any of this. They've only heard about it thus far.
Tomorrow, meaning the middle of February of 2013.
That's right.
And this is such a great way for you to show your talent. I've seen the work. It's been on display at the Salt Lake Library and at the Leonardo. It's wonderful. beautiful art.
Thank
is
you.
Really what it
Thank
is.
you so much.
So I think this is going to be a really cool project to see.
Yeah.
Where did you shoot?
Primarily, well, two primary locations. One was at the Castle Amphitheater here in Provo. The other is out on the Salt Flats, and that's evident, out by Wendover. But we also actually shot a number of fill-in spots in the basement of McGrew's. That we shot the large-scale dice table effects. We shot down in our basement, and then we shot the opening, which we're very excited about, which is a book that I hand-bound, made a medieval book for this for the project, and that's our opening. That's how we come into the story. We shot that in the basement as well.
Nick, okay, Wheel of Time is now it's up to book 10, book 12. I can't keep up, but it's way up there. So you have thousands of pages to shrink down
This
to
is chapter
what is it, a 20 minutes?
30?
It's 24 minutes, and it's not the whole story. What we did is we wanted to pick a poignant moment in the life of the main character, Rand. And it's a way to kind of encapsulate, I think, the spirit of the story. So we picked from the very first book in the series one particular scenario, one particular little vignette, and we built that. But we used that to kind of talk a little bit about the rest of the world. I mean, it's in there, you know.
Now, I know we have time, probably just one more question.
Sure.
But I know you can't make money off this because you're not authorized, you're just authorized as fans
Right.
to have fun and show this beautiful work of art and show your work. But you've had people from Hollywood that have actually been interested, haven't you? That have been interested in what you're doing and
Well, there are people in various levels of the industry that are aware of the project. The person will remain nameless, but I even got to give a personal tour to, shall we say, someone very close to the franchise of the exhibit, and that person was very pleased and very excited to see the film. So we definitely have interest out there. We've also been doing a lot of work to kind of pave the way that when we do the online release, the web release of this, that there is quite the community out there that is anxiously anticipating.
oh, I'm sure there's going to be a ton of people that want to see this, and I'm excited for you. Thank you for being with us today.
Sure, our pleasure.
This is Susan Phelan. We've been talking to Hraefn Wulfson, and Jennifer McGrew for Utah Book Scene. Thanks for watching.